let us have fun with bubbles. Bubbles, you may call them pebbles or little circles. I'm calling them bubbles. And bubbles are perfect as a background fill. Not too large, because if you are going to quilt a big bubble, it might look a bit off. So I'm trying to get the bubbles as small as possible. It is time consuming, it needs a lot of practice, yes, but it's worth, every effort is worth. So let's see how a bubble works. A bubble is a kind, additional bubbles, I'm working as an 8. You know this number, 8. And I start here. I slow down again with the speed. I make my first bubble. And now I'm adding another bubble. I'm swinging around, so I have a little bit of backtracking on one side. Now I'm getting more comfortable. I will increase the speed. Eight, and I'm not worrying about where to go. I will fill the spaces easily later as I'm going. And as I told you before, earlier, I really prefer to sit, because if your body is relaxed, your quilting looks relaxed. If I'm standing right now here, it has something to do with the technique. By the way, do you see the cameras? Both boys, Alex and Julian, are doing a great job. Thank you, by the way, guys. And so I have to sit, I have to stand right now. So I'm working along, filling open spaces. I don't worry about where to go. I just bubble and bubble along. I can easily play again with sizes. So a bigger bubble, a smaller bubble. And as slower the machine speed is, I have more time to find the areas I want to quilt. And I can more easy find the backtracking line. Okay, let's see what's going on here. I can easily, to cover maybe some oopsies, I can easily swirl into a bubble. If you see an open spot, just fill it as you are going. Not every bubble needs to have a swirl, but the bigger ones are looking really nice to get a swirl inside. Again, those tiny bubbles are time consuming, so think before quilting. Is the quilt really asking for that? Is it just for you or for a customer? Think before quilting and before deciding. Okay. I really like the bubbles like pearl collier, you know, those necklaces, and to separate borders. And those bubbles are pretty the same size. Again, backtracking. And as slower the machine speed is, as more time I have to find the backtracking path and the space area. Of course, we can do the swirly too. My tip for you, sit down and quilt the bubbles without any fear. And don't worry if one or the other bubble is an egg. It's your handwriting. Okay, let's cut that. And I really want to show you how bubbles can look like. Oh, can I take this here? Yes. Bubbles, bubbles, and as you can see, they are really enhancing the areas, the borders, and you can play with contrast, little bead rows, bigger bubbles, curvy lines. The combination is endless. Here the bubbles in a background, as a background fill. Here you can see the swirly bubbles. Everything is possible. Oh, here, see you really see that I love bubbles. The background. And they don't really need, for me, they don't really need to be too precise, especially not in the tiny bubble area. If you are using a matching thread to the fabric, it looks really pretty. And as I'm having this example by hand, can you see those nice borders, those nice Greek meanders as a background fill? Can you see that? And yeah, the next step will be the onion.